Rush Limbaugh said during his show on Tuesday that Republicans are roadblocking the president's agenda to a greater extent than Democrats are. Limbaugh specifically pointed to remarks by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, RK, specifically about the Obamacare repeal bill. Check it out. "I don't understand how people don't get that it's not just the Democrats in Washington that are roadblocking Trump. I mentioned it earlier." He went on. Mitch McConnell says he can't see a way to getting 50 votes for the House Obamacare repeal bill. Now, stop and think here, folks. Back when the only element that we had was the House of Representatives and Republican voters were constantly saying, "Why aren't you doing more to stop Obama? Why aren't you trying to do something to stop Obamacare?" The answer was always, "Well, all we've got is the House. We can't get anything through the Senate because the Democrats own the Senate. Obama's in the White House. He'll veto anything if it did make it there." Limbaugh continued that prior to this year, Republicans always blamed failed policy attempts on a lack of majority in the Senate. Then, when we won the Senate, they blamed failed agendas on President Obama. So we've given Washington a Republican House, Republican Senate, and a Republican president in the White House, and it still feels as though nothing is getting done. It's the Republicans standing up and saying, "I just don't see how there's no room here. I don't know how we're gonna lower rates when you have this exemption over here and you have this exemption there. And I just read this stuff and I shake my head. They don't want to cut taxes. Either they don't want to cut taxes institutionally, they don't want to cut taxes economically, or they just don't want to do the heavy lifting. I don't know what it is. My guess is they don't want to help Trump. They just don't see how they can do it," Limbaugh said, remarking how especially incredible it is. "Because, of course, there's a way. They just don't want to do it. I think it's all establishment, all the time anti-Trump, throw the media in there as well. But even in the middle of this I can tell you almost assuredly that Trump is not off his game. He's not despondent. He's not sitting there worried about why all these people hate him. He's not worried about all that. He's just head down and moving ahead full speed as he can." Nailed it. Trump's putting in 150%, no doubt. It'd be nice if Congress were doing the same.